This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their awesome products in the links below. Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome to Automobilista for another video. Today I'm going to see for myself what it's like to drive with the controversial Halo that is coming to Formula 1 next year. For those who don't know, the Halo is a safety device designed to protect drivers from debris flying in from outside of the cockpit. It's been met with a lot of resistance by fans saying that this is a step to having a closed-top Formula 1 car, and a closed-top Formula 1 car is no longer that. It then becomes pretty much a sports car. I myself have my own views on the Halo, but I'm not going to get into those too much in this video, and I hope you guys don't either. The purpose of this video is just to see what it's like from a driving point of view. So what I'm going to be doing to try this Halo out is I'm going to be doing a 10-lap race around Interlagos GP circuit in the Formula Ultimate, a car that came out a couple of months ago, which is basically a car based on the current regs in Formula 1. And I'm going to see what it's like to race this thing. Personally, I'm very interested as to what my vision would be like. Of course, it isn't going to be a perfect simulation of real life because I have a fixed FOV, no VR in AMS unfortunately, but hopefully it'll give you guys an idea and give you a new point of view of what the Halo is like to drive with. Okay then, so we start at the back of this 22 car field for 10 laps at Interlagos with the Halo F1 car waiting for the lights, and away. Not a bad start, good traction off the line there, up to 4th, 5th and 6th here. Guy slow on the right there, had to get off the front a little bit, now down the T1, trying to find my space. Make sure not to hit any of the AI cars. Bit of damage from the outside there as someone turns in on me, but we're okay. Guy slow on the inside, come on, go, go, go! 6th, 7th, guy with mirror on the right there. I'm going to pull behind the slipstream of this fella in front so I don't get left sitting in a straight line up to 200 miles an hour before braking hard. Down to T4, now through T5. Gonna squeeze through on the inside here. He's still going to be there, going to be on the outside, pushing me onto the grass, going around to T6, but I carry the speed, use the downforce. Still alive! Okay, now through the somewhat clumsy middle sector. 4th, 5th again, and then slow down this hairpin. And now get on the throttle early, get on that downforce for this long downhill left-hander. No problem flat in this car. 3rd gear into the last corner. This is pivotal for your lap time. Not a bad, up to P13 from 22nd on the grid. Not a bad start at all. And of course you might realise that I'm sitting a little bit lower like I usually do in these videos in the cockpit. That's to give you a better idea of the driver's eye view here. 330k is going down the T1, dives up the inside. 3rd gear, thank you very much. 4th, nice and soft on the exit. Place gained up to P12, and yes, the Halo, let's talk about the Halo, that's what we're here for. The action is distracting me slightly, I must say. I'll just check my mirror before going down to T4 here. I think we're past good, we're okay. Right, the Halo. Driving with it, of course, I've driven a little bit in practice to get ready for this race, and then up to this race, of course. And the Halo isn't awful to drive with. I'll start off by saying that I'm not the biggest fan of the idea of the Halo. I'm not going to get into my ideas too much because I feel like the comments will just become like a war between those against it and those for it. But actually driving with it is not too bad. I mean, a lot of the time as a pretend race driver and as a real race driver as well, you look to apex. You know, you go into the corner, I'm looking at the apex here, my head turns, I look down there, and I can actually see clearly where that is because I've got a nice big gap here. Same with the right hand side as well. The thing where the Halo becomes difficult to see for me is when I'm right behind someone like now and I have to try and judge the distance. I find that a little bit difficult. I think that's only because I've not really driven with this so far. Up the inside, up to P11. Yeah, good. Got that wrong though. Coming down force, hill fare, good. No DRS in this race because DRS is the devil. But yeah, but someone directly in front of me, I find that sort of difficult. But for most corners, it's not awful. It sort of reminds me of driving in a P1 car and having sort of the windscreen wiper down the centre of the screen. I know it's a little bit bigger than that, this Halo here, but I think after time, like where your body is used to seeing its nose and just ignores it, I think it'll be the same sort of thing in this. After a while, you just wouldn't really see the Halo anymore. You'd just be focused so much on the driving, especially in a car like this where you're really having to focus every corner to get the maximum speed out of it. I'm having to focus on not going to the back of this 15 car at the moment. Up to the inside, no. It's so cool going from that tight right-hander into the fast left-hander there. Usually it's a struggle to get on the power as quick as you can to get that downforce working, but in this car, no problem flat. You can get a bad run out of there and still go flat with that bottom left-hander. It's ridiculous. So fast. Again, right in the toe. Going a mile an hour. Getting up to that 330k again. Not going to be quite close enough for a move into the center S here. So I'll just tuck in and try and get ready for a move into T4 instead.
Left side.
There you go. He was slow through there, going to go around the outside, try and get some toe from the guy in front. He's still on the inside, I can hear him. Just about to see him in the mirrors, he's still there. Is he going to go for it? Oh, I went wide there, I got scared and went wide. So allowed him back through. No, we're good. He pulled out of it. Giggity, up into the top 10, up into the points as well. Nice, nice. Sort of, also, when talking about the halo, because I haven't really thought about this yet, of course, the visibility at the top is poor, at this sort of top end there. But you don't really use that. The only place I can see that being a problem is maybe somewhere like Spa coming up to Eau Rouge. But even then, muscle memory is so great in these cars that I think having a slight obstruction of vision wouldn't really stop you. You sort of know where you're going anyway, if you know what I mean. It becomes almost second nature. Of course, I still don't think it looks very nice. I think it looks a little bit ugly. But, you know, aesthetics for safety, I don't know. We have to really think about that.
Car right.
Oh, Max Verstappen, that one. Oh, no! See, these cars are not planted. They can still go around. I have to go out Max Verstappen, that guy, all over again. And it looks like a fake Honda in front, McLaren Honda, so I should just be putting up to the back of him in a straight line, but of course, this being AMS, that is totally not a Honda. So I'm totally not going to put up to the back of him. That was scary. This car as well, this is my first time driving this car in a video, and I spoke to Oscar about this earlier, who I imagine, I don't know really, he's probably pretty handy in this car, he's handy in most things. But he was saying that this is a sort of car that's sort of easy to drive fast, but very difficult to extract the 100% out of, and I definitely get on board with that. As I was saying, going through those low speed corners, you are just completely dependent on mechanical grip and those thick tyres just gripping onto the circuit. As soon as you get past fourth gear, you're fine pretty much. You've got downforce into whatever the hell you want. But below that, you've got a lot of power, a lot of torque as well. That gets very difficult. But now we're going to have another chance at this guy in front. A lot closer this time. Should be easy to make the move done. And there we go, up the inside. Nice and soft. It's going to be a bit easier on the throttle out here this time. Don't want to spin it around. Softly, good. There you go. That's a lot better. Now focusing on the pack in front, already onto lap 6, very quick laps around here. It's mad to think we're almost doing 110s, so probably 110s when I'm not spinning the car or nearly dying, but absolutely insane lap times. I'm really looking forward to seeing what lap times the real F1 cars do when they go to Brazil later on this year. No, not quite close enough to have a go up the inside there. They're a bit slower in front, might have a dive here. No, not going to do that. Second gear, don't like being second gear too much. Second gear is fake news. Take third gear because it's a little bit friendlier. There you go, nice. Oh, actually, I want to run around the outside there. I feel like I've got the confidence to do it, but the guy in front is sort of on the middle line, so there's not much space for me to do it. But we'll just try and queue it up again for the straight. We've got a good run through there. I'll barrel off the last corner though. Mash the throttle out of there. I love the sensation of a turbo in this. There's just so much speed. Before you know it, you're doing 300k. It's absolutely ridiculous. I wish I could experience it in real life. It'll be like nothing else in the world. Long way back again. Gonna Verstappen it.
On your right.
Verstappen says...
Keep left. All clear.
Verstappen says get wrecked. Sorted. P8. Nice. Making good progress now into slightly more old school points. Can we get into ultimate old school points? Which is P6 and above. That involves getting past these two cars. We've only got a couple of laps left to do it. Got to put in some nice laps though. This car is so easy to just jump into. I'm actually running the baseline setup because I haven't really got much time to record this today. But it's very easy just to sit here and do laps, of course. Again, if you want to go really fast, I'd recommend getting your setup book out and making some progress of it. But it's just a very easy, very fun car to drive. And I'm sort of sad I had to leave it so long to drive this car. The reason why I had to leave it so long because this rim wasn't working, and I cannot drive a car with 8 gears with a stick shift. That just doesn't work, you know. So but finally getting to use it again, it's so much fun. It's so great, really enjoying it. Another run now. Seems to have a good run out of the last sector, and that slipstream really comes into play there. I try and use DRS there, but I want to cheat. I know we pulled out the slipstream a bit too early there. Losing a bit of speed there as the downforce piles onto that high speed. Somewhere like over 2 tons of downforce in this thing. Probably more than that, I think it is. At 200 mile an hour, ridiculous amounts of downforce. Onto that bait now, up to P7. One more for the old school points. See in the mirror the other behind, has a look at the inside sort of half-heartedly, but leaves it at that. And again, just going through this race and just driving through this, I've already sort of forgotten the halos there. I'm just driving as if it was not there. And it's not really hindering my driving at all. Again, the only places I think it really hindered me was at the start, where I was trying to see the lights and I literally couldn't see them because of the halo. Of course, in real life, you'd be able to just look around and have a look or move your head slightly. With a static FOV, you can't do that. And when I'm right behind someone, like properly on the gearbox of somebody, that's when it gets a little bit difficult as well. But otherwise, I think it's fine. You know, I don't think it's taken that much away at all. Of course, the real decision, it's already been made, but the real people you want to listen to on this are the drivers, people who are actually in the car doing it themselves. I'm just an armchair racer giving you a point of view from a sim. Can't make it up the inside here, very tight, he's still there. Nice, up to P6, nice, old school points, having a good run this race. Maybe the AI a little bit too easy for me. They're on 99% right now, which I thought was a good match earlier. Maybe a couple more percent and they'll be in the right sort of place. Let's see if we can set some decent laps, shall we? Where is P5? P5's quite a way out the road. We've got this lap and one more. So maybe I can try and put in a 109 or something. Again, looking to the apex. Oh! Car reminding me that it is not stuck to the floor there. I get a bit overconfident. Rear's locking. Possibility that the tyres are actually starting to get a little bit worn. I think I'm on the soft compound. Didn't actually check before the race because I'm clever like that. Also a possibility that I'm just driving it too hard. Softly out of there. One more lap then. Guy behind doesn't seem to be close enough to do anything about it, which is good for me. I'm just focused on doing one nice lap and picking up one old school point. Cross the line for the last time then. Here we go. Nice to hear the radio in AMS as well. That's a new feature. So new since I last played it. It's new. Oh, love getting the drive out of the S there and you just coast it round the corner. It's just a very smooth transition, but the 4C still loads up in the corners, you know. It isn't light. You're still feeling the weight of the car, which is fantastic fun and great for the old immersion factor as well. Up round to T6 again. Fifth gear on the throttle. You can just see how much throttle you can apply through there. The car just sticks like it's absolutely nothing. Absolutely insane. It's almost to the point where the car is a bit too fast for me. Almost. I think this is just about on my limit of reaction time. Maybe with time it'll be a bit easier as well. I've picked up a bit of grass there on the front right tyre. Not ideal. Guy in front is getting closer, but we won't catch him before the end, so we're going to come P6 then. Our first time running with the Halo in any sim. I must say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Again, I'm on the side of the fence that probably dislikes the Halo more than likes it. But to drive with, aside from that little bit in the centre, and of course the top as well, it's actually fairly easy to drive with. I can see the apex of all the corners I'm coming up to. I can see quite far ahead still. There's not much issue there, and even with this FOV where I'm purposely sitting lower in the cockpit to give you guys a better idea of what the F1 car driver sees, it feels fine. But guys, if you enjoyed that video and that sort of insight into Halo life, then please think about hitting that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching guys, take care, see you all next time.
All clear.